It was always the same bus. Route 12. Northbound. 5:15 a.m. Farah sat by the window, the city still dark outside, her uniform pressed as best as it could be, hair tied back in a loose bun. In her lap, a lunchbox with one slice of leftover bread and a boiled egg. Not for her, for her kids. Every morning, the driver nodded. Every morning, she nodded back, silent, tired, already thinking ahead. By day, Farah served coffee and scrambled eggs at Maple and Pine Diner, her apron stained before 7:30. By night, she scrubbed floors and changed linens at Greenbrook Elder Care, a facility that forgot its workers as quickly as it forgot its patients. She lived inside the margins. 4 kids. No husband. Rent due on the 3rd, bus fare rationed. 3 hours of sleep on good days. But she never complained. People whispered though. 4 kids? From different fathers? She should have kept her legs closed. A nurse's aide and a waitress? She's not raising those kids. She's surviving them. Farah heard it all. Not in words, in tone. In glances. In the way people held their purses tighter when she walked by in her diner shoes, or looked surprised that her oldest daughter got straight A's. No one knew the nights Farah skipped dinner so her kids could eat. No one saw her studying flashcards for her CNA exam while doing laundry at 2 a.m. No one saw her at the thrift store, whispering to her daughter, "We'll pretend this is brand new, okay?" But her kids knew. Especially Iman, her 10-year-old, who woke up some nights just to put a blanket over her when she fell asleep on the kitchen floor, face down on a stack of unpaid bills. It was career day at Brookwood Elementary. Farah didn't want to go. She'd just gotten off her night shift. Her back ached. Her feet felt like bricks. But Iman had asked her 3 times, "Mama, will you come? You can talk about helping people." So she went. She wore her cleanest scrubs and packed her nerves into a tight little smile. The classroom smelled like crayons and juice boxes. Other parents were already speaking, a lawyer, an engineer, a woman from City Hall. When it was Farah's turn, she stood up, heart racing. "I work 2 jobs, she said quietly. At a diner. And also at a nursing home. I help old people feel safe. And warm. And not alone." Some of the parents smirked. One mom in the back whispered, "2 jobs? More like no options." Another scoffed, "Not exactly Harvard material." Farah's voice trembled. But Iman was looking at her, proud, sitting tall. She steadied herself. "I do it so my children can sleep. With heat. And clean clothes. I do it so one day, they can pick 1 job, not 2. So they'll have choices. Even if I didn't." The room went quiet. Because truth sounds loud when it comes from someone society tried to mute. Afterward, the teacher came up to her, not to mock, but to say, "Your daughter talks about you all the time. She says you're her superhero." Farah blinked. Not because she didn't believe it, but because no one had said anything kind to her in months. 3 weeks later, there was a fire in the building next to theirs. It was early morning. Farah was home by chance, her shift had been cut. The smoke alarms didn't work. Kids were still inside. Without thinking, Farah grabbed 2 towels, soaked them in water, and ran into the black smoke. She kicked down one door, then another. A toddler. A woman in shock. 2 boys clutching each other, too scared to run. She got them out. The firefighters arrived just as she collapsed on the curb. Neighbors watched in awe. Someone recorded. Someone else whispered, "That's the waitress, right? The one with the kids?" By nightfall, the video had gone viral. Single mom saves 4 from fire, with no safety gear, just instinct. Reporters called. The diner offered her a raise. The elder care center sent flowers. But Farah, she stayed quiet. Because the truth was, she'd been saving lives long before anyone noticed. Every lunch packed. Every fever checked. Every homework sheet signed half asleep. She didn't become a hero that day. She'd always been one. People started coming to her door. To thank her. To offer help. To say they were sorry for judging. For assuming. And one woman, the same who whispered on career day, came with her own daughter and said, "My girl wants to be like you. Not rich. Not fancy. Just brave." Farah didn't say much. She just looked at her kids, now smiling behind her. And for the first time in a long time, she believed she was more than just surviving. She was raising them with everything she had left. And somehow, that was enough.